Okay, kicking off. Good day, guys.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Depends on whatever time you see it. Yeah. So just greeting outro.
Sharp one.
So our last video we did a semi introduction.
Yeah.
So these are full introduction video where we tell you guys about ourselves, about the channel, probably how we met, as if we met, and different aspects of our lives, of our lives. Yes, not all the aspects, but just some that is needed. So kicking off, I'm Dabo Allah.
I'm Roland Odum Innocent.
Yes, last week he didn't have a son name. This week he had.
Finish him!
In Nigerian. We are both Nigerians.
No. I'm South African. I don't know, I'm sure from there you can get Yoruba tongue in it, but I'm not Yoruba. But yeah, I'm both Nigerians.
We're Nigerians. And surprisingly, we are both in the same school and same department, which is weird.
I mean, we never knew us to be sat down here to shoot that first video. It's shocking. Like, I'm like, what am I doing this video with? I'm like, don't worry, you see me. I'm like, yo, I know you. I'm like, bruh, you know? And ever since then, that's not it. That's not trying to be serious with you. A little background check about me. I was born in Lagos, grew up in Lagos. I was staying with my parents, both parents there. My dad moved to Port Harcourt for work. Then, when I stayed in Lagos, I think it was like a crazy situation. We had to go for this, what is it called? Wedding.
Okay.
Like there's this my mom's from my mom's side. So like I just called her my big mom. So we had to go for like our first son's wedding. Already the second child, the female, and the third one, because they are four. They are both married. So I had to go for the first son's wedding. And so like, oh, we first of all pack our load from there to Agege to stay with my mom's sister for like a few days. I never understood what was happening. Few days went by, blah 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 blah. The wedding came. We went for the wedding. And at that wedding, I was thinking, okay, I'll pack food for my guys back home. You feel me? I'll pack food for my guys back home. I was coordinating one or two, though as a small boy now, one or two people, Alpha, give me a drink. I was eating, doing a lot of like fun things that I feel I'll have a good time with.
Yeah, something you talk about when you go back to your friends.
Exactly. The only God knew I will not see those friends, if I chop those rice, if I drink those things, bring my belly for tear.
Just kidding, just kidding.
But yeah, after the whole occasion thing, we went back home I met some new family member that I've never seen before in my life, because that was the first time I actually knew I had a family apart from the one I have. But the one I have are the real ones, no offense to anybody. Yeah, always. So it was like, oh, this is your uncle, this is your uncle, this is your auntie. I got to meet everybody. It's like when you're from abroad and you're meeting all your family members, like, oh, Ade, how are you? I'm fine, uncle. Uncle, I'm fine. But at this point in time, I'm not from America, I'm from Mama Ghetto, so like, I'm going to make work. So it was like greeting, conversation. Then after the occasion stuff, we're like, oh, we'll go to this guest house to stay for the night because it was late to go back home. But you're saying it was late to go back home. My brother is going back home with my auntie, and me, I'm going. Myself, my mom, and my sister were both going with this my uncle we've just met for that day. I'm like, okay, sure. Well, I'm like, so later my mother broke everything down for me, like, oh, we're not going to be staying in Lagos anymore, or we're going staying in somewhere called Bonny, or in River State. At that time I didn't even know it was Bonny. It was like, oh, you'll be in Port Harcourt. Because after the guest house in Lagos, the next day we drove down to Port Harcourt. Then we stayed somewhere at one hotel because we got there very late. So after staying at the hotel for the night, we the next morning as sharp as 7 we were already up to start like, and I found myself inside the boat like me that's already scared of water because I know I'm from River State. Oh, whenever I do stuff with water in Lagos, I'll be like, no, busy, no see River State chicken. I know they like play water, but they don't even know me that they fear water. I cannot swim. It was crazy. The next day I'm like, it's inside the boat, going somewhere I don't know. I had to move my sister from the corner part of the boat to stay here. And one of my late uncle now was close to me then. We just stayed, sure. The day I got to Benin, I was there and noticed, oh, I'm not more staying there. I'm not even going to Lagos again. So
How can you do this to me, eh?
is there, Lagos is true, and the whole thing from Bonny was just to be another conversation for another day. Until I went to UST and just let him say his part, they will not talk about one meet. Yeah.
Okay. At least I did not move and did not tell me. I'm not like I stayed in my house again. Okay. Dabo, Calabari boy, full-blooded Calabari boy, full-blooded. Surprisingly, I've been in Port Harcourt all through my life. Born here, UPTH, so UPTH. Born here, school here, University of Port Harcourt.
Okay.
Yeah. School here, primary, secondary. I went to like 3 amazing schools here in Port Harcourt.
Name
3 amazing schools. Primary school, okay, first it was like, okay, 4 actually. 4. Like my nursery, I went to Navy, Noah Daycare, so Noah Daycare Nursery and Primary. Then, like for my early primary, like primary ones, I went over to Sunrise, one of the best schools in town.
Oh boy. Rich kid.
Rich kid.
Rich kid.
I went to Sunrise, finished at Sunrise, then went to Emerald. I stayed for Emerald for a short while, just one.
You said you're changing school. Were you in menace in school?
I was not a menace, I was not a menace in school for like this ones I've said. Okay, my menace started like JS1.
Hey!
Like that's Emerald.
What did you
Like
take? What did you take?
Nothing.
What
Just,
happened? What happened? Why?
Okay.
Why the whole change?
like, okay. In primary school, it was so funny that I was actually like a good boy, kind of. I was a good boy. Okay, till like primary 5. Like primary 5, but I left at primary 5. Then primary 5, I don't know, maybe the hype of, oh, you're about to leave school, just came into my head. I stopped copying notes, stopped going for competitions for school, started disobeying, started like failing taxes in school.
Shide of the word, you have spoiled to the core, you have joined bad gang, you have joined secret cult.
Not that I was failing per se, but like I did not like meet up the level because my school, you have okay, I know the one of library, you have to go to the library at least 3 times a week and they give you a score for that. I stopped going to the library, but when the library, my library score is always are low. Then when the exam comes, I'm like still good, average good, like good, not like good, but average good.
Don't let
Which was
him whine
okay.
you. Don't let him whine you.
So
Good.
then there's an incident that happened in primary school once, if I can remember. That was like the first incident I know that actually got me flogged or so in primary school. The ones that okay, primary 6 boys and primary 6 girls were actually playing, dragging themselves to each other's toilet. The toilet was just closed. Dragging themselves to each other's toilet. So I was the only primary 5 person that was with them. I wasn't actually playing at first, but there was a point where I get pour me water. I was about getting angry, but the boy just told me, hey, just join the play now, you don't have anything to do. I started playing, we started playing, let's say, we heard bap. Somebody that's broken hand wash. Then the principal now came. Principal then came, got all of us, and had to flog us. But that was not public because he just went to his office side, he flogged us. It was fun.
But the kid is still there to leave memory in you.
Kind of, yeah, actually. Well, it was fun. Then moving on, I now went to MRA for my secondary school education. Surprisingly, it was a family relative that owns the school. But I stayed there quite for a short time. During MRA, I was nonchalant. Maybe because of the secondary school, new to the secondary school life. I didn't copy notes. Okay, I didn't copy notes. I didn't like listen to teachers' instructions. I broke glass. I jumped through a glass. There was a point.
I think we need to do this put your hands down school edition. Hopefully, let me see my man's hand like this. If I don't even take it, listen, all this actually, it will come out like this, no hands.
Unless. So, I was not serious at all. I wasn't lying. I wasn't serious. It was a bad stage of my life. I wasn't serious. I got flogged almost every day.
Don't be emotional. Don't be emotional.
I was being flogged by a shorthand teacher. Mostly because, when I told my dad we were learning shorthand, my dad was like, why in the 21st century or so? So I never knew he was just asking why just for himself. I took it over serious. I didn't copy notes, didn't do assignments, didn't do I wrote an exam because it was compulsory. I didn't see my MRE result till now. I don't even know how it is, but I knew that after this one I just went to another school. But MRE was quite fun because MRE was it's like in Port Harcourt, it's like real WAEC questions are being kept in the night. Then in the morning, each relator will come and carry to their school. And I had 4 people I knew that were WAEC invigilators. So anytime they come to carry questions, I'll just go collect the lists. Just show your boys love. As I say, don't come my school. Then I moved on to Cornerstone. Cornerstone was my last school for secondary level. And in Cornerstone, I stayed from JS2 to my SS3. From my JS2 to SS1, the only problem I had was note copying. That was the only problem I knew I had. That was the major problems I knew I had. SS2, I was still okay. SS2, we had an incident in school. I was not actually a bad guy. We had an incident in school. Our school was meant to go for a competition, a maths competition. So the maths teacher, who was very close to me, told our principal, oh, this guy should go. I know he's good at maths. The principal was he doesn't know me that well, and mostly from my grades, there are people better than me. The one was no. The principal didn't agree. They went for the competition, came back. Not shooting shot at anybody, but when they came back, it was so disappointing that the highest got 30% over 100. So disappointing. So our math teacher, which I will not call his name, sneaked a question paper, brought it to me, brought it to the principal. Told the principal he should give me time to solve it. Principal gave me a calculator. And I tried my best. I didn't solve all though, but I tried my best. And when it came out about 60%. It was quite okay. Our principal was like, oh, why did you not ginger me to carry him along? The man was just...
And now this man is playing the humble one. Just quite okay. And it's just quite okay.
So, maybe that was the thing that started my rebellion in SS3. SS3 was in his hands. I didn't come late. That's one thing I never did. I didn't mess my hair. My hair was always on low cut. I kept those rules. But I challenged the principal. I got expelled, got suspended, got expelled and called back. So I threatened to sue the school. Walked out of assembly. My dad always paid school fees. But anytime we purchased school fees, people I also went home. Not that I went home, but went to go and play game in one game station.
Dad pity him. He was young then. Now he's smart.
Yeah. Then moving on, I then came to the university. Then I met this fellow doctor.
Yes. In one of the strangest way.
Yes.
Okay, so still, book brought us together. I think we're 15 to 11, then, record the board meeting in the STA from the same management department. I mean,
Yes, sir.
it was really a fun experience then because we had somewhere we could study and everything. Until politics had to play a very serious part to it. Like, I don't know. Let's talk a little bit about this.
No, I was not there by that time.
Okay.
You like him after like the
Okay,
fight
then
or
I'll
so.
need your honest listening about it. So I don't know about the two-side full story, but here's like the whole story about it now. Let's say man A and man B now. A came with this idea that C. Okay, already A came with this idea with a bunch of friends. Now I have this idea. It's called you don't even give it a name. It's like, how about we create a reading group where we come together, we learn after class and everything. So we don't lag behind during our class period. And I mean, the people A was trying to convince were like, oh, okay, smart, because already you notice that like they have this good conversation, they're always together and stuff. So A came in, dropped the idea, we exchanged number with A and everything. So it was fun to start something that would like, because not everybody will say we're like that inclined to your knowledge of school and stuff. At least those that cannot come for class, maybe you come late due to this thing. Anybody that is in class will teach, like to explain what just happened in this thing during free periods. Then A also, why A had already told this set of friends, found out A went to discuss with B because A was trying to like look for people that he can tell and will see the idea. So I think B bought the idea. Then A and B came to introduce themselves to the old guy. Like, oh, CEO, this is where I want to start. Then B said, okay, I have this shop in complex, this school, or I have this space. How about we use this space? Because we know classes will always be noisy. That down all we are nowhere to learn because of the noise. So how about we use this space to do what we want to do? So after class one day, we all walked to the complex and he showed us the first space. Yeah, okay, this one is his own, we can use it and stuff. So we were all happy and stuff. Like, oh, finally, we've seen somewhere we can do this thing. Then, okay, yeah, he got us snack and everything. Not like we're trying to buy his way to anybody else or anything. But like, as human beings, you look at everybody and you know who you want to pick to be your guy. You understand? So at that point in time, it was like, people were more comfortable with this other man, that is B, than A. Though A brought the idea. But we're not saying because B brought this thing, anybody was planning anything. But at one point in time, we just came, then A was like, oh, we feel this man is trying to put superiority over him. And you brought us together. Let's be serious here now. We knew A before we even knew anything about B. So yes, at that point in time, we were still even like
Trying to
figure out who B is. Then all of a sudden, we've never even stayed up to like 1 week. You're already coming back to spoil business. What happened? We don't know. It's very clear and obvious to everybody. B does not have a problem. We know how A acts once in a while. Because A is literally like all those, it's literally everywhere and trying to do something, but like at that point in time, we're trying to figure out what is the main problem within them. So we had a meeting, then B was like, oh, B had already been telling us, I mean, A has been telling us what is happening. They're like, oh, he feels B is doing this, or he feels B is doing this. Without going to walk up to B and telling him, see what you're doing. So we actually advised him, okay, how about you and B just talk this out without the other people knowing. I think he did not buy it. They were having the meeting. The guys, I don't know, he could not contain his anger because already before then it was always stomping his feet. So I was trying to like, you calm down. I was like, next thing, I feel like it's a coup d'etat in this thing. And man was already like fuming.
Oh.
So like at this point in time, I'm like, bro, like this is actually not the best way to handle this thing. You guys have issue, settle it, you understand? If it will not get settled that day, use time. Not you feel you just want to pour out everything that is in your heart, then you now stand up and pack your bag and walk out. Now you're not walking out on B only, you're walking out on everybody.
Everybody.
Because now you're leaving everybody dumbfounded, like what just happened first. Though we know, okay, not everybody, some of us knows, okay, you've talked about this. We just told you, go and talk to this person and advise this person. I cannot think. But you, what do you think about such situation now?
Actually, it's quite funny, but it's like, it's just like one thing I always say, communication is quite key for every relationship. Like friendship, every friendship or so. It's a simple thing. Most people don't know how to communicate, or most people just perceive in their head that, okay, this is what this person is doing, this is what this person is doing. And like, when they have that perception, or when they have had their deep thoughts or so, they just believe that, okay, since this person is thinking like this, in quotes, they have to react like this. For me, I would say Mr. A, not that he's in the wrong per se, but he made the wrong move. He made the wrong move because he did not actually communicate. He did not actually like, yeah, he told some people about his problems, but he did not like hit the problem at the point. You get, like, he did not hit the nail. He did not hit the hammer where the nail is. You get.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, after this thing, we got to link up with new people. I mean, okay, so while we were doing this, I think other people saw the vision in the board meeting then, before it turned to anything. You understand? They saw the vision. So, and at this point in time, the other people in our department that were always, oh, these guys, they move together, they do everything together. Not like we'll be friends for long. We just found that our space satisfying for us. And there came this man, and some other people.
Some others.
Yes. So despite we being in the same group, I know I never had any issue with anybody. If we ever have any argument, I'll just sort you out there. Either by talking, or man, you can end this face, but actually I've not actually beaten anybody. There's somebody I'll call out now. And let me even promote him now. See Vibes, that boy. See that boy, you know about him soon. On the long run, you get to understand because it's all love, it's all love. He's always pushing you to want to do something crazy to him. But because you know the kind of person he is, it's only smart to smile with him. And even when you try doing something other than smiling, he just smile. Or frustrate and walk. Because you know if you catch him, you
see his bad.
What is all this? And this guy just keep doing this thing like a serious thing. But I mean, shout out to him. He did not teach me self-control. I learned it before I met him.
Yeah.
And I don't have anger issue.
So after that part, after the whole fight, that's when I came in. Me and some other of my friends, which we are still friends today, came in, and the board meeting continued though. It continued. We were studying. You know, every group has ups and downs. I noticed that some people left. I don't know if it's because of the coup, but I noticed that some people left. Then there were some females, but they left. They left. And after a point, we were just about 11. No, not quite. Let's say 11. Let's say around 10. Because even I noticed that Mr. B wasn't, because of his work, he wasn't always with us.
Yeah.
So we then because of the way we are now close, coming together every day, we then became a friend group. Then became a friend group. We came up with Vibes came up with a good name for the friend group. At that point, it was high fashion.
I don't think it did. The name came from one song like that.
Okay.
The rich song, High Fashion. I think from the album.
Okay.
Please excuse me for being on social. So.
I thought it was Vibes that came up with it.
It was a fire album. I mean, at that point in time, I remember one point we were walking down SOS, shouting this song to the top of our voice, and people were like staring at us like. So SOS means Faculty of Social Science. For those that don't know. So people were like looking at us and like, this man don't go. Well, at that point in time, there's no stopping because the vibe was already there.
Yes,
from
and vibes.
And vibes.
Too.
But you don't know the lyrics to the song, but it was just there to give that vibes.
Yeah. So from there, the journey began. Or let's not say the journey began. Let's say another journey began.
Yes.
Became a friend group. Started doing things together. Calling, exchange numbers, like calling ourselves. Then we didn't actually have everybody's numbers at that point. But there was now the funny incident where me and this man now actually knew ourselves that well. It was a bit surprising out there that even when we were in board meeting, most times I keep forgetting his name. Most times I keep forgetting his name.
Yeah, it's a very simple situation because I'm not that friendly. I don't know. I won't say friendly, like that social at that point in time to even like on a normal basis. I'm not like that social to want to just. So I think I was always trying to maintain my space while trying to laugh with everybody. It was just simple as that.
Now, before the story, okay, there was this incident. It's the incident now.
Yes, a very funny one, or might not be funny to some.
Yeah, there's this incident that happened. Okay, we are all going home. Because normally we go home together.
Yes, none of us stay in school still.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're all going home. So at that point, I knew that I was the one behind. Me and someone else were behind. Then they were waiting for us. Then as we were walking to go meet them, we noticed that one was like being accosted by a cultist. So he was the one speaking to the cultist after he figured out the situation and so on. He was all like trying to tell them, okay, this is what happened, because at that point they took the person's phone, someone in our friend group.
Yes. So I think let me just start it off since you came. Okay, so we're waiting for this man doctor here, and I think another of them member of the gang, which is one of them. We're waiting, and I was with another of our friends, CJ. Then, sorry for calling out names. You will not understand the story, but you will on the long run. Then, the vibes himself, one of our friends, the one that got out. Let us use the PH term, relaxed.
Make I see your kappa. Why? Man, see your caprison as I dey talk to you now, man, no blow your mouth.
The one that got relaxed, and they both went to get
Orange.
one went to get orange, one went to get water. Only for myself to turn, and I noticed somebody already dragged the wisdom guy, the one that got relaxed, and I'm like, what was happening there? For me to approach, the guy already collected his phone. And I'm like, you walk on, as a top bad man. I'm gonna boom, go clap, man. Hey, I got my stick with me.
What's up with you, fam?
What's up with you, fam? But if I say I use that one now, for first light, me like two flashlights after the still future. So yeah, I was like, Cinema Alpha. She said, who are the follow talk now? And I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to cause any harm. The guy walked to the corner and we sat down on the stone. Then his other friend, there was another person there, short one, had a bandage on, serious injury, was standing. And all of a sudden, I don't know what they were trying to prove then. This guy's already lighting up his, I don't know, Igbo. Now you'll be familiar with the term Igbo, thanks to Burna Boy. So he was lighting up his Igbo. And I'm like, I beg, I see you calling my guy phone. I would like to collect him. But actually, he's my brother then. So because that's the only way you can protect somebody. You will never protect your friend, you protect your brother.
Brains. I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get
So I'm like, they owe my brother phone. And I was like, which one is my brother? So I pointed him out. I was like, okay, I should go and bring 10,000 naira to collect the phone. And I was like, 10,000 naira for waiting.
For what? Is it for Eba? Is it for Gary? Is it for beans? I don't know.
So the whole thing was like the back and forth. Then the guy now spoke like Aouda. I don't understand much Aouda, but I feel I know small things to understand. Then I'm like, yo, I'm from Aouda too. He's like, oh, you're my brother. And I'm like, kind of.
But the man, have fun, huh? I do.
We're like, okay, I will give you the phone. The person that said I'm your brother is like the one standing. The short one is the other guy. Why the tall one that collected the phone? I don't really know where that guy is from. So I was like, I better just give her and say, we'll be brothers and I know you do this kind of thing to your brother, that kind of thing. And that's where am I from Aouda. We talked about those weird things. Like we say we go even meet for the Aouda. When I know we'll not ever meet. I mean, we'll never meet. so after the overall stuff, it was like, okay, I should go and bring 1,000, I should collect the phone. And that was year one. I don't even have 1,000. I know they collect, I used to collect monthly or weekly payments from my family or parents.
My God.
Oh, sorry. Don't cry.
I was just there based on hope that I would survive, and thank God for how far we've come. Maybe once in a while, yes, can send like for food stuff, and like I'm never going to call our amount because it's not going to be needed at this point in time. But God has been doing this thing. So and I'm like 1,000. So for my belief, I'm sure the guy that go asked the other amount with him because I don't know where he was going to buy orange when people they suffer. What did they buy orange for? You want to stay healthy. so I think I walk up to the gang and I'm like, yo, which anybody get 1,000 who collect this food? And there was one guy putting unnecessary jaja. Not a cultist, but it was like because it was from Faculty of Engineering, which they claim after from your engineer, you're trying to shine your eyes so you don't get right because from the old stories, engineering is the bad place, this one, the sound full of cotton. And like the guy's trying to like pump his energy. Yeah, if you not say you get this force, no, go fight. Like it's not be only me fighting, it be me and you. But no, you're shouting from far. So nigga, you're putting me in trouble. Sorry for the word. But like, listen for what? I'm black. You can see not only in the skin, in the tongue, in the tongue. In the blood,
your tongue is black.
Blood, everything.
Your tongue is black.
Full of black. I'm black.
My tongue is
black.
Orange, I mean pink.
Fuck you. Okay, so yeah. I went back. At that point in time, I noticed everybody had gathered and stuff. So while I was talking to the guy, because I don't know, at one point in time, I noticed he agreed to give me the phone. Without any money again at this point. And it was like, take your phone. If they come, say you deal with your phone. And I'm like, who they come? Only for me to turn, both of them have like run. So no even way to even set left for anybody. And next thing comes this flash. See, at this point in time, this is where things is happening. Immediately these guys take off. I'm telling you, head start. Think of this here. They are already run, yeah? 2 minute time. Not 2 minutes will be over everything. Let's say a minute and 30 seconds. School security is already there because they have seen the school security running from far and these guys already take off. Then all of a sudden the school security like, oh, more Chester. And this guy, this brother here, this doctor, the Flash himself. Continue. This is your part. I can't take a shine. I can't take a shine.
Actually, the school security came and they were like, they want to chase the guy, And police actually came too. Police actually came. And I noticed that, okay, the policeman was like far behind the guy because the guy had already taken off. So I asked like school security, can I help you and chase him? He might say, yes, no problem. So I just had to drop my things. I was even not even had to throw back my phone.
So the big explanation was I was the one that got the phone when he threw them. But then we don't know if there'll be a link up today. So
and I had to run.
I gotta go fast.
I helped the police in because even like there was a problem I was running and the policeman was gassed. He just told me we had to go. And I like followed him or like asking for directions for like a community inside school, the school village, asking, and actually passed the guy. Then somebody now pointed me back. Then okay, this is where the guy is hiding. Then I now like noticed the security because they were coming with like car from the other destination. And I noticed them. Then I like picked up the guy and so on. And because of police were involved, we now had to head up to the police station.
I mean, did you see that brilliant moment of the flash? He beat the policeman on head start. Don't joke with him. He will run through above, corner side, and get you. So give us a follow. Thank you. Subscribe here. Shout.
Yes.
So that was pretty much it. Then another funny incident. While inside the van, this one cannot skip. Is a must what? Must told story or what?
Yeah, must told story.
So oh we're there. Vibes that bought orange for the cultists, as we always say, is now the one inside the van. Shebi, the thing making the thief. Because they slap cultists, why brother? That guy can dive you and 12 you fall from the van because you're sitting at the edge. So why are you now claiming bad man?
At that moment, Vance became like one DSS officer.
I don't understand. You're slapping. Okay, so there was something why they were like this torturing the guy at the
station.
Not police station, the one in school.
Okay.
Fidelity, because it's called
Fidelity Bank.
But they have a school station there. So I was like, Wisdom, what do you want to do to this guy? Wisdom was like, just leave him. I'm like, no, you cannot leave him and go. This guy has cheated you a lot. Understand? The guy literally eats you while trying to collect your phone. Okay, no what? Just tell them what happened. As you're telling them, add more spice to it. It's like, because at that point in time, we're all freshers, so I feel like they always want to come back and do it. Crazy thing that happened, this guy that collected the phone, you feel me? The guy that collected the phone, I was demanding for 10,000, already had more than 30,000 with him in his pockets. Why are you moving with so much money and you're going to do such business? So it was crazy. Now, they collected the money from him, we got back our phone, he's not getting shishi from us. He got locked up for the night or for a week. We don't know because we lost track of it. And there was it, came back the next day, we laughed about some situation.
Is that came?
Is that?
Because the police, that time the police came.
Okay.
So Wisdom that came like after I had the incident because at first the police were like they have to like take the phone as per evidence, then tomorrow he will come. So Wisdom was like scared that his dad would okay. So Wisdom dad came because Wisdom was scared of his dad figuring out that his phone will not be with him for a day because the police officer came and was like, there's nothing bad but how to use the phone as evidence to put a charge against this guy, the criminal guy. So you have to come back and collect him. So Wisdom was like, if he dies here about the story and so on, his dad will be angry at him. So we just convince him, okay, see what you do, just call your dad and tell him the honest truth. This is UST, this is a state university, everybody gets racked in a way or the other. So he called his dad was like, well, I'll not say fuming, but his dad was quite disappointed in a way. Then he later came to the station. Okay, we then moved to the main police station outside school. And when we moved to the station, it was so funny how the criminal was known. Okay, first it was me and Wisdom that went to the station. Then him, CJ, and Vibes later came.
I don't think the criminal was known.
No, he was not like they called his name. The police officers, like they were like the woman was like, I don't know the name she called him, but like she was like, oh, you don't come back again. I don't know if it was a lie, but like almost everybody knew him. Even when they're talking to like the senior officer, he knew him. It was like they say whether he sells shoes or so. It was so funny. Then they came. Police officer actually asked us because they said we should pay for both. You should pay for both. CJ came through, paid for the boat, and waited for his own father. When his own father came, he talked to the police officer, came out and talked to us that, okay, Wisdom, we're not going to the phone today. Then he was asking where I was heading to. I told him I was going towards Borokri side because that's where I stayed at that point. Was he that entered the car? No, I know that somebody entered with me and dropped.
No, I stayed at USC Junction, so I told him I was going to trek back.
Okay, yes. Okay, yes, it's true. So me and Wisdom then went and okay, at that point, like in the station, I now remembered my phone. I remembered my phone and I had to ask who was in my phone and it was it's him, Roland. And I took it back. And the next day we came to school and we just laughed about the issue. Now also went back to go and collect Wisdom's phone from the school security, from the police, because at that point I left school security's hand. Then from there we exchanged numbers, became friends. We are now doing we are now eventually calling ourselves every day. Eventually, not like every day per se. We are calling ourselves, checking up on each other. Although we say at school, that time there was love. Now there's still love, but much more.
You know, show love.
Much more better love.
Yeah.
We called and checked up on ourselves and it just became a quiet journey. Then there was a point whereby the group, the remaining members of the board meeting or high fashion, we all decided that it's time to make money. It's time to make money.
It's time to make money.
So we created a group, a YouTube group called The Grand Gang. You can also go and like and subscribe to that page too.
Do well to like and subscribe to
To
the
that page.
Any video you see there, just give it a quick like
Yeah.
and a comment,
Yeah.
please.
Yes.
Thank you.
So it's all fun and roses. Let me not say it's all fun and roses. But later on, we've not split. We are still together. But like we notice that not that we notice, but life tends to bring you to the people you are closer to or the people that are meant for you to be. But my dad always tells me something, you pick your friends based on what you want or based on what you need. So me and this guy then became very close. Then became quite close. No, let me not say very close, not very, but quite close. You don't want to.
Don't say that.
You don't want to hear that.
We just put in audio, bro.
So
It never happened though.
it never happened. You say anything? No.
Nah.
So with them getting quite close, came especially like people say we are best of friends, but it's not my best friend. It can never be.
Nah.
It can never be.
Never, not even best friend. Nah. There's a doctor. It's a doc, innit?
I'm a dog.
You're feeling it?
I'm a dog and you're touring me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dropping the 7 them words.
So we then became close. We now decided, okay, we can actually, because in the Grand Guy we agreed that everybody can like chase their personal dreams too. Just like the way sidemen are, there's a group of sidemen and each person is like chasing their own personal dream too, but still not affecting the gang. So we decided, okay, let's do a joint podcast since we are quite close and we have like two different views of life. Because they say 2 years are better than one.
Yeah.
2 years are better than one. So we then agreed on doing it. We were talking about it, writing, sending texts, sending ideas, chatting up. Some crazy video calls sometimes that they caught somebody eating bread and chicken. so the idea now came into realization. That was last month. So yeah, last month we got everything we needed. Not like everything we needed, but like the basic things we needed to start. The basic things we needed to start, and we kicked off. And you guys saw us last week. The doctors.
So here we are again.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed this. So it has been a fun walkthrough. Usually this is not aspect of our lives.
Yeah.
We have other this in our lives. So
Other aspects.
But this is about how we met and everything. So yeah. Let's call our name together so we like. You understand? 1, 2, 3. D. Not D. Pardon me. Stop it. Stupid cancel me, fans. Fuck this guy. Alright,
3, 2, 1.
Doctors. Yes, that's who we are.
Yes.
Do it to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on all social media platforms.
And don't forget that the audio podcast is on Spotify.
Yeah.
It's on Spotify. Thanks to Spotify.
Thank you, Spotify, for
allowing us podcast.
officially sponsoring this video soon in the future.
Soon in the future. Yeah. Very soon will be the top.
Yeah, with the top.
Yeah.
So thanks for allowing us post our content there, because you allowed it after the last one. I mean, you're feeling the change at this one.
The vibes.
Feeling- Oh yeah, sheesh. Bless.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful day, week, month, year.
Rest of the year.
Just make sure your life is beautiful as you are.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody discourage you.
Don't let anything spoil your day.
Nothing at all. We had this idea called have you forgotten? No bad days.
Yeah. No
No
bad
worry.
days.
This will be later in the future.
Yeah.
When we start our merch, upload and brand.
No bad days.
I mean, this is dope shit. No bad days. Don't
No bad
worry.
days.
It's all crazy. The whole idea is here, so we just need to bring them to reality. And as you walk with us through this journey, and yeah, this is another part. The doctor is not just two of us.
Yeah.
There's extra 2 members which will be introducing to you guys soon.
Yeah.
So yes.
It is soon.
Alright, bless now.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Transition.
Soon.